Welcome, everyone, to Intensity Broadcasting for FND Racing Friday Night at Talladega Superspeedway. I'm Atlee Van and I'll be your broadcaster for tonight's race, featuring the Gander Outdoor Trucks and the exciting drivers from FND Racing. Now, FND Racing is one of the oldest online racing simulation groups of any racing game or simulation. Their roots go back to Sierra Papyrus's NASCAR 4, which debuted 10 days before Dale Earnhardt's death, all the way back in 2001. The core of the group can be traced back to the Golem 38, which were 104-lap races that Monty Noise hosted. They then migrated to NASCAR 2002 and NASCAR 2003 before jumping to their current location here at iRacing. They're not illegal, although they have done the league thing before, and they're now just a group of guys who share the same passion of heart-pumping, white-knuckle super speedway racing. While they do have a team within the group, they will work with those who race with them, win in other races. So if you're looking for great side-by-side racing with very few or even no cautions, then check FND Racing out, and their rooms are open, and unless you prove to be a bonehead, you're welcome to race with us, and that is true. So the broadcast tonight is brought to you by the sponsors of Atlee Weish Racing, and those include Premier Heating and Air Services, Juan's Mexican Cafe and Cantina, Dayton Weish State Farm, Go-To Property Services, Smith Wraps and Graphics, Damon's Lawn Service and Landscaping, Motivated Auto Sales, Bobby's Auto Service Center, and Amsoil East Coast Synthetics. So thank you to those sponsors for all their support, and make sure to give some of those sponsors that I just named a check. A lot of them have websites, a lot of them have Facebook pages to do if you want to do further research on some of those businesses that I just named. So I'm going to do a quick recap of Tuesday's race. We saw Louis Loya brought the number 3 Goodwrench Chevrolet to victory lane at the fabulous Las Vegas 100, and I believe that was actually his first ever FND Racing win, so congratulations to Louis Loya. It was a great finish that night as Joseph Wright finishes with his third straight second place finish here at that track at Las Vegas. Nick Lights took third, Travis Everett took fourth, and Josh Hall took the final podium spot. It started off pretty rocky as there was a caution on the first lap, and there were a few green flag pit stops, and we had a total of 6 cautions that night. Yusuf Miley took the pole with a 31.112, while Tyler Dubois sat on the outside front row with a 31.117. Blair Saunders had the fastest lap of the race on lap number 14 with a 30.968. The race had 16 lead changes among only 4 different drivers, with Miley dominating with a race-high 41 laps led. At times, there was some good racing as Las Vegas is a little more narrower than Texas, though at some point, everyone was single file for quite a few laps as the cars spread out all around the track. So there was a little bit of time where there wasn't a lot of action. Anyway, next Tuesday, we're going to be racing with the trucks at Michigan in the Route 66 Summer Speedway Series. So that is something to look forward to. Mark that on your calendars. Tonight's format, we're going to have a 1-lap qualifier and a 75-lap race and 2 resets. And tonight, we're going to be racing at Talladega Superspeedway, and Talladega Superspeedway certainly lives up to its name. Of all of the closed circuit motorsports facilities in the world where sanctioned NASCAR auto races that's been held, because it is the fastest. Constructed by the France family's International Speedway Corporation 10 years after Daytona International Speedway, Talladega was built slightly longer than Daytona at 2.66 miles, and it had steeper banked turns than Daytona with 33 degrees. And those changes made for some record-setting speeds. The pole speed for NASCAR's first race in 1969 was a stunning 199.466, which was almost 30 miles per hour faster than the Indy cars were running at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Rule changes in 1987 meant that Bill Elliott's 212.809 miles per hour lap will likely stand forever as the qualifying record at Talladega and for NASCAR in general. Talladega Superspeedway is still the fastest track on the schedule, and it holds the record for the fastest 500-mile stock car race. Talladega holds the record also for most leaders in a 500-mile race, and most lead changes as well. Talladega Superspeedway hosts a variety of stock car racing every year, and competing in high-speed packs at Talladega has proven to be challenging and exciting for iRacers as well. First driver on the board here, Eric Laurie, setting a 55.015, and he has just been overtaken by Dale Willoughby with a 54.986. Now Gabe Butler takes the lead. Now Jimmy Crow takes the lead with a 54.973. Seeing a lot of fast cars. Right now we're watching Dylan Butler. Also we're watching Donald Kendrick as a lot of other drivers are still waiting for them to qualify. Here's Dave Swindell, trying to see if he can get up there with Jimmy Crow. There's only 1 minute and 30 seconds left of qualifying, so these drivers that haven't qualified yet have a little bit of time left, but still not a lot. There's no Toyotas racing. We've got Ford F-150s and Chevrolet Silverados, but interestingly enough, there are no Toyotas right now participating. There could be, there's 1 minute left, so there could be a person to join, but right now, no Toyotas. Let's see what Dave Swindell set. Oh. Next time by will be his time that he will set. But I'm not sure if he can set time fast enough. And Dave Swindell, we usually like looking at this. He has the highest I rating out of everyone with a 4,281 I rating, and he is in the highest class besides Pro, and that's A class. Great job, Dave Swindell, for being the highest I rating. That doesn't always mean everything. Again, Talladega Superspeedway is located in Talladega. Right now, the track temperature is 66 degrees. It's got 4 turns. And right now, your weather at 65 degrees with a north wind of 3 miles per hour, 0% humidity, 0% fog, and it's partly cloudy. The perfect day for racing.
Good lap, Jimmy. All right, everybody, welcome to FND Racing Friday Night Race. Tonight's format will be 75 laps, 75% fuel. Cautions are on. You do get 3 resets. The race leader starts and restarts on green and green only. There's no change in lanes until you pass the start-finish line, and there's no 3 wide until we get on the back stretch. We do not use the lucky dog here. However, we do give way-bys. So if you need one, please let us know so that we can get you around. Black flags are cleared under caution laps only. If we clear black flag, you will also be given an EOL. The only reason for we won't give you the EOL is if you're involved in a caution and it forces you a speeding penalty down pit road. iRacing Sporting Code is in effect at all times. This is Super Speedway Racing, guys. That's why you have multiple resets. You get involved in an accident or a caution, kind of keep the chatter to a minimum, and get back to focus racing. That being said, race hard, race clean, and I hope to see everybody at the end. Good luck. Thanks for coming out.
All right, that was Rob Malone with the drivers' meeting. He does a great job organizing FND. So here's going to be your starting order here at Talladega Superspeedway. Starting in the first position is the number 2 Tide Pods Chevrolet Silverado. Here it's Jimmy Crow. Second place is the number 88 Guinness Chevrolet Silverado. That's Gabe Butler. Third position is the number 7 Miller Guinness Draft Chevrolet Silverado. That's Dale Willoughby. Fourth place, number 071 John Deere Chevrolet Silverado. Eric Laurie. Fifth place, got the 81 of Josh Hall. Sixth place, 76 of DJ Harris. Seventh place, it's the 12 of Dylan Butler. Eighth, it's the 127 of Donald Kendrick. And there might be a few others racing with us that might not have set qualifying times. There's 11 vehicles on the track. So I said earlier that there was going to be 2 race sets, but actually there's going to be 3 resets. That should play a big role in what happens tonight. Could either be no cautions at all the entire race, or it could be a wreck fest. Who knows? It's always exciting with FND Racing, especially at the super speedways. If you watched us earlier, I mentioned how those were fixed setups. These are open setups, so the drivers and the teams, they work with each other to try to create a perfect setup that would help them race good. So now it's about the car and the driver, not just the driver. So we'll see who has the better car and who's the best driver. And if we have a good driver and a good car, they might be the winner. Who knows? Still pacing. Talladega's start-finish line is all the way at the end, but we should be getting there. Green flag is out here at Talladega Superspeedway. A nice jump. Now we got Jimmy Crow, leader on the bottom. Gabe Butler, leader on the top. Got a lot of people joining him up there. Gabe Butler's been the most dominant superspeedway driver in FND this year. We'll see if that shows tonight in a 75-lap showdown. To the turns. Anybody else going to try to move up there to the high side? Looks like Rob alone moves up to the high side. Like Gabe Butler needs a little bit more help, so here comes Dave Swindell moving up to the high side. There's a good angle to see some of the movers going from the high side to the low side. He's there, he's getting there. See what happens here in the coming laps. Here comes the 88 car. Can he clear him in the turns? He's got a 3-car pack that's showing a lot of speed. But as you can see, they're sliding up and down. These cars are very hard to control. Excuse me, these trucks are very hard to control. But these drivers so far, it's only been 2 laps, but so far it's been clean. Across the start-finish line. Still showing a lot of speed is Gabe Butler. He's going to pull down in front of Jimmy Crow. New leader of the bottom line is Gabe Butler. we got, though, Eric Loring is right, very close to him. We'll see what happens here in the coming laps to him. Anybody else going to try to join Eric Loring up there? He's got a lot of drivers up there with him. Anybody going to try to start a third line? Looks like we're 3 wide as Dave Swindell moves up, trying to see if anybody wants to join him up there. He might just be, though, trying to get fresh air. Ooh, bold move by Dale Willoughby. Moves up to the middle line. So does Dave Swindell. In the update that we just had, there was some new side drafting updates to side drafting that were added into iRacing. So we'll see how that plays out, since we are super speedway racing and drafting is a major part. And we do see some side drafting. Speaking of super speedway, here comes Dale Willoughby starting to lead the bottom line. Now it's Eric Loring is the leader of the high line, or the middle line, if we do see someone. Dale Willoughby gonna try to do his best on blocking Eric Loring, but ooh, they got awfully close there. Would have been unfortunate if we saw some netcode. The 2-car of Jimmy Crow just pulled down on the apron and slowly falling behind. Not sure what happened to the 2-car. She probably got too low. He didn't want to get loose, so he just stayed there. Yeah, it's very early in the race. He could easily catch up to the field again. If we do see a caution or green flag pit stops, then he should be able to catch up. Still Eric Loring trying to get up there to Dale Willoughby. Behind him he's got Josh Hall giving him some good pushing, trying to get him up there. All right, Eric Loring. He's up there, side by side. He's got the advantage in the turns. Think he's got him. Nope. Dang, only 3 cars on the bottom line. Everybody's up there on the high side. Here comes Josh Hall. Dave Swindell pulls down. Josh Hall pulls up. Jimmy Crow pulls up. He pulls back down to the middle line. Eric Loring pulls down. We're going to take this time to thank the sponsor of the race. That is Bobby's Auto Service Center. And Bobby Polk has owned Bobby's Auto Service Center since 2008. Whatever the vehicle, you can trust Bobby's for all your auto repair needs. The staff includes 2 former automotive dealership master technicians, and Bobby himself has over 30 years of experience. They offer Jasper transmissions and motors and can get any kind of tire you're looking for. Is your check engine light on? With their vast knowledge of computer diagnostics, they can help. They also do state inspections, regular oil changes, and all types of vehicle maintenance. And yes, of course, they do brakes and alignments too. Take it from me, whether you're looking for new tires, need a major repair, or just an oil change, Bobby's Auto Service Center is the place to visit. Bobby's is conveniently located at 2862 George Washington Memorial Highway in Hayes, Virginia, right off of Route 17. Call them at 804-642-4950 with any questions, or you can stop in and see why they are the area's leading auto service provider. And when you're there, don't forget to tell Jasper, the shop dog, that Atlee says hi. Thank you to Bobby's Auto Service Center for all their support. A great local business. So there's a couple of teams racing tonight, and you'll find drivers trying to get up to their teammates. There's the FND team, the Lowline Racing, and a few drivers that I don't think are members of FND. And they'll try to work with whoever wants to work with them. So far, 10 laps have gone by, and it has so far been a clean race. Everybody is pulled in, getting single file and trying to wait it out. Want to save their cars to the end. Anybody going to be brave enough and try to start a high side, because the high side has been eliminated. Everybody's running single file on the bottom. Wondering who will be the first driver to try to move high. Looks like Josh Hall moves to the high side. Who's that? That is Rick Cadot moves up to the high side. Anybody else going to join Josh Hall and Rick up there? Ironically enough, I believe the top 4 is Lowline Racing. There's Dale Willoughby, Gabe Butler, Dave Swindell, and Eric Williams. All 4 of them are Lowline Racing teammates. Here comes a driver up to the high. Who's that? That is DJ Harris, a member of the FND team. Here comes the 127 of Donald Kendrick, I believe. Oh no, Gabe Butler seems to be interested in the high side because he knows that he has a chance to take the lead if he moves up high. These drivers just don't want to take the risk in ruining their cars. We know it's a long race, so. Ron Malone moves up to the high side, joining Josh Hall. Let's take a look at some of these paint schemes. We'll do paint scheme critiquing. Here is, got the 7 car, Dale Willoughby, nice Miller Genuine Draft, throwing it back to Rusty Wallace. And we've seen Brad Keselowski run throwbacks at Darlington when it's Darlington Throwback Weekend. We got the Lowline Racing Guinness car. I've never seen a Guinness car. In NASCAR, it looks like, I see Dale Earnhardt might be a Whiskey River. Great looking car for Gabe Butler. Got another beer sponsored car, Coors Light Racing, Dave Swindell. He's got those mountains. You've seen Sterling Marlin, a few others racing Coors Light, so some paint scheme. Got John Deere, nice black, yellow, and green. They match very well together. Chad Little, he raced in a John Deere car for a little bit. I think we've seen it another time. years, got the 2 car of Jimmy Crow, Tide. Daryl Waltrip raced in the Tide car. Jimmy Spencer or Ricky Craven raced in the Tide car. It'd be cool if you'd see a comeback from it. We got the Turbo driven to bow. A decent car, I like it. It's blue, black. Not representing like a NASCAR car. I like its uniqueness. Not trying to imitate any famous car, so I like Josh Hall's car. Pretty cool. Got the number 83 Caterpillar. We know that we've seen a Caterpillar over the years. They've been a major sponsor in the RCR. And it was the 31. We saw Jeff Burton, Ryan Newman. Now we got Daniel Hemrick racing a Caterpillar car last year. Now we got Tyler Reddick racing in a Caterpillar car. Got the ASE car, Team ASE. Blue and red have always been great car colors. They match each other so well. So, nice art pet car, nice back. Also got the white American flag colors. We got the Ritz car, ironically enough. The driver racing that car's name is Rit, R-I-T, and his car is sponsored by Ritz. So, we got just a plain red for DJ Harris, not really a sponsor, but if we got any red fans, people that like the color red, then sure, it's a great looking car. And we got the Scott's car, Carl Edwards. He's raced in the Scott's car. He was sponsored by Scott's for a long time in the Xfinity and Cup Series. Nice look in the back. You see the grass. And the 127 car. Also looking pretty cool. Wendell Jr.'s ride. That would be cool if you could win Dale Jr.'s car. He's a little bit far from the pack though. Eric Laurie is in the lead. I think you're going to see those low-line racing guys switching leaders every so often. We've seen that before when they get into a little group with each other. I think they're probably waiting till after green flag pit stops to try to make a move. I'm actually not sure when that will be, when we'll see green flag pit stop. Right now we're going to pump up the sound. You can hear all the sounds of the race cars, and it'll be just like being on the track, except for you're watching on whatever device you're on. So here it is, pump up the sound. Talladega Superspeedway. First driver going into pit road is the 12 car of Dylan Butler, and that might be a strategy. All of these drivers try to go in when their teammates go in. Our first driver goes in, see who else, and looks like the leaders. Yeah, pretty much everybody is going into pit lane. Here's a view of all of the cars going in. Yeah, everybody went in. Let's watch the race, see who wins the race off of pit road. Jimmy Crow, Eric Laurie, Dale Willoughby, then Dave Swindell, then Ritt, DJ Harris, Art Peck, Rob Malone, Josh Hall. Gabe Butler still, though, in the pits. Not sure what's going on with Gabe Butler. Here's after the race off of pit road. We got Dale Willoughby in the lead. Jimmy Crow won the race off of pit road, but Dale Willoughby right behind, not far behind. It looks like the fuel window was about 22, 23 laps. Next time they should pit if there is no caution is like lap 44. 44, 45. Depending on if we have a caution. That'll be interesting to see. And the reason why, it may be an unexciting race, but that just proves how great of a driver these FND Racing drivers are. Doing it so well that they're not wrecking, they're not making dumb decisions. There's another example of how skillful these FND Racing drivers are. Here's the cockpit cam, what it looks like for Dale Willoughby, the leader. And whatever he's racing on right now is the perfect time to get iRacing. The season 3 has just started, and boy, did we get a lot of stuff. We got the Ford F-150. We're seeing a few people rocking the car. We got Jimmy Crow's racing an F-150. Dylan Butler's racing an F-150, and Art Peck is racing in an F-150. So, it used to be Silverado and Tundra, but now we're seeing F-150 Nation emerge, and so we can finally race as Ford Tough. Let's see. There's also the 87 cars, Monte Carlo and the Thunderbird. So if you were a racing fan back in 1987, you'll get a blast from the past. If you want to experience olden day NASCAR. And there's a lot of other road course cars that have been added. We got Kentucky has been rescanned recently, so they added that. Road America has been updated a lot. There's the new tire set limits, side drafting, and so much more. And North Wilkesboro has been recently added. So right now is one of the most perfect times to get iRacing because there's so many new features that have just been added. 80 plus tracks, 80 plus cars, racing fan. If you or anyone you know is a racing fan, maybe if it's a birthday, Christmas, get them iRacing. It's the perfect gift for a racing fan. And it's also, if you are a racer, it's also great practice. Look at how they turn. These are 33 to bank turns. They're very hard to walk up of, so if you actually went to the track and tried to walk up them, they're very hard to. It's like climbing a steep mountain. 33 degrees is very high. Look again. Look how they tilt. Turns. So imagine just climbing up that and how hard it would be. And now they're lapping Gabe Butler, who spent a long time on pit road. He'll try to maybe get behind either Dylan Butler or Eric Laurie, because he needs a drafting partner. You cannot race in super speedway racing without a drafting partner. It's very hard. Eric Laurie picked Gabe Butler up. There was no hiccups in that. You saw very smooth, very skillful, executed it perfectly. See if Gabe Butler, if there is a caution, we'll see if he might try to get his lap back. Looks like, though, Eric Laurie has stopped drafting with him. So I wonder why. But we got Rit Kadot and Dylan Butler going to the high side. See if anybody else joins them up there. Might be a good opportunity for like a second place car or a third place car. FND Racing, still trying to catch up to Lowline Racing. Josh Hall. Rob Malone looks like he's done for the day. Got 10 cars, 9 cars on the lead lap, 10 cars on the track. Like Dave Swindell, happened to him. Dylan Butler going into pit road. At time, Jimmy Crow, he's got a very fast car, but he's in second place. I wonder when. Probably gonna take till the end. The final 5 laps is when everyone tries to be aggressive. And if they want to prove how good and smooth they are, see how smooth they lap DJ Harris. They just go right under him. DJ Harris being very polite and letting them go under him and not being a nuisance and holding them up. It's always a shame if a fast car gets wrecked by a lap car. We've seen it plenty of times in NASCAR, Indy. It's always disappointing for the leader. And you can tell that the lap car feels bad. We saw it plenty of times. Dave Swindell getting his car fixed up. Rit Kadot went into pit road. Dylan Butler looks like he's done for the day. Dave Swindell, Rit Kadot, Gabe Butler, when he was slow off of pit road, he must have went in for adjustments. And those adjustments could be what they credit as their winning strategy. Looks like Dave Swindell now has left and Rick Cadant has left. So now it's down to 7 cars. Only 5 are on the lead lap. Number could change in the coming laps. There's Josh Hall. He is 37 seconds off the leader, and Art Peck is 27 seconds off the leader. So they're very far away. Still, they do have fast cars, and if the leaders do wreck, then they could swoop by for the win. Right now, those back cars are the long shot favorites, since they are all the way back there. Still, Dale Willoughby. Oh yeah, it could take one caution and everybody could be back together. We might see the action pick up again. Who knows? So right now he's led 23 laps. I rating is 1,594. He is doing a very good job. He started in 3rd, made his way up 2 positions. His fastest lap was actually not the fastest lap of the race, but still, he set some pretty fast times. Fastest lap of the race so far, could change, is Josh Hall with a 50.974. Looks like Josh Hall has passed Art Peck, and he's now in 4th place. So 0 cautions, and we're narrowing in on the next green flag pit stops. This next time by, when they do start doing green flag pit stops again, the different strategies that these drivers will have may be what helps them win the race. And another driver has left the race. That's Art Peck. So now it's 4 cars on the lead lap and 6 cars on the track. So not a lot. And the 4th place car is 45 seconds away from the leader. So at about lap 44, 45, we should see them come back in.
Sorry, Eric, my hand's cramping up.
So I'm looking to see if there's might be any early takers.
Like all them years of playing with silly putties caught up with me.
So they're going to try to hold out on fuel because they want to take as long as they can so they know that they will make it. Because even if they do pit on the expected time, lap 44, lap 45, they'll still be able to make it. Unless, of course, there's like a green-white checkered, then that could change. But who knows? Anything can happen here at Talladega Superspeedway, known for its big ones and unpredictableness. The leaders are catching up to Josh Hall, and if they pass him, that'll mean there are 3 cars on the lead lap. And Josh Hall has now gone under the lead lap, and now there's 3 cars on the lead lap. Interesting. Dale Willoughby, Jimmy Crow, and Eric Laurie. And 6 cars still participating in this race. So here's some trivia, and you can think of the answer yourself. We're going to do some Talladega Superspeedway trivia. What was the original name of Talladega Superspeedway? Was it A, Alabama International Motor Speedway, Talladega International Motor Speedway, Alabama Raceway, or was it simply just called the Speedway? So think about it in your head. Again, A is Alabama International Motor Speedway, B is Talladega International Motor Speedway, C is Alabama Raceway, and D is the Speedway. So we'll get you the answer in a second. Just keep that in your head if we have any NASCAR trivia people out there that know a lot about the sport. If you get this one correct. Getting closer and closer to the fuel window when the driver should start popping in. I still think possibly lap 44, 45 is when they're going to go in. But they might stay out longer, or they might stay out shorter. Who knows? So, if everybody has the answer in their head, here's the final answer. It was A. The correct answer was actually Alabama International Motor Speedway. So, tell us in the chat if you got that one right, or if it might have had you stumped. Now we know it by its current name, Talladega Superspeedway. Right now the fuel window should be getting started. Drivers are starting to run low on fuel, but they're going to try to stay out as long as they can. Will they go in this time box? Who knows? Nope. They don't go in this time box. Continuing to hold out on fuel. The drivers out here, they really want to get to 50, but it'll be close to see.
Two pitting this time.
Will they go in this time box? The 2 pulls down. The 7 pulls down. Looks like Gabe Butler and DJ Harris stay out, but the rest go in. Gabe Butler and DJ Harris stay out. And they're trying to make up their lap, but Josh Hall, who was also a lap down, went in. Interesting strategy for Josh Hall. Like Dale Willoughby wins the race off pit road. Jimmy Crow finishes second, Eric Laurie third, and Josh Hall fourth. So now they should be able to make it for the rest of the race.
Dale, you definitely have pit road mastered. Good pit. Oh, no, I'm good, buddy.
We have one other trivia question. Which driver won his only NASCAR Winston Cup race at Talladega Superspeedway in 1988? Was it A, Bobby Allison, B, Terry Labonte, C, Bill Elliott, or D, Phil Parsons? Again, the question is, who won his only NASCAR Winston Cup race at Talladega Superspeedway in 1988? Was it A, Bobby Allison, B, Terry Labonte, C, Bill Elliott, or D, Phil Parsons? So answer that question. In a few minutes, we'll see if your answer is right. Getting closer to 50. Wait, actually, looks like they might not make it for the rest of the race. So this could come down to a fuel mileage finish. Here comes, they're about to lap Gabe Butler. here goes Eric Laurie to the high side. He's going to try to help push Gabe Butler. Josh Hall moves to the high side. Josh Hall, though, he moves back down to the bottom. Eric Laurie, he moved out and looks like he is helping to push Gabe Butler. Gabe Butler usually is one of the fastest guys out there. He qualified second, seems to have a fast car, but there has to be something wrong with it. He has not been performing well all race. So, we had the trivia question was who won his only Talladega Superspeedway race in 1988? And the answer was D, Phil Parson. So if you got that right, make sure to say that you got it right in the chat. Or if we might have gotten you stumped, then you can say that also. Jimmy Crow and Josh Hall go to the high side. Try and help Jimmy Crow get to the lead. Gabe Butler will possibly move up there. Who knows? Seems like the bottom, though, the three cars on the bottom are low-line racing, and Josh Hall is FND, and Jimmy Crow is just trying to find someone that will draft with him.
I'm going to drop to the back.
We heard that from Jimmy Crow. He says he's going to drop to the back. If he does do that. So now we're single file again after we saw some trying to get up there to the lead, but still Dale Willoughby is our current leader. 3 cars on the lead lap. DJ Harris is done for the day. I don't know what's going to happen here. Who will make it on fuel and who won't? Because they can't make it on fuel. They're about lap 70 and then that's it. Gabe Butler. Looks like he's going in the pit road. So this could be a strategy for Gabe Butler. So he's still a lap down. So this could be a strategy for Gabe Butler. Trying to get back up front.
Gabe, you going to bed after this?
I just don't know if they are willing to make any moves. Josh Hall pulls to the high side. So does Jimmy Crow. Again, trying to make a run. Really, the only way that Jimmy Crow can win is if Josh Hall maybe could give him a push up there. Who knows, though? Here's the final question for the trivia. And the question is, who was the first NASCAR Winston Cup driver to drive a Chevrolet to victory at Talladega Superspeedway? Was it A, Donnie Allison? Was it B, the Intimidator, Dale Earnhardt? Was it C, Darrell Waltrip? Or was it D, Cale Yarborough? Again, the question is, who was the first NASCAR Winston Cup driver to drive a Chevrolet to victory at Talladega Superspeedway? Was it A, Donnie Allison, B, Dale Earnhardt, C, Darrell Waltrip, or D, Cale Yarborough? So keep that in mind, come up with an answer, and we'll give you the actual answer in a couple minutes. It's cool just bringing out some facts for Talladega Superspeedway. Still single file, Dale Willoughby, still your leader. Just the doubt that we have, or whether they will make it on fuel or not, is still in the minds of these drivers, knowing that they might not make it till the end. They're going to make it to lap number 70, and then from there, I'm not sure what they're going to do. Or lap 70 at the most. Like they seem to be catching Gabe Butler, who is about to go 2 laps down. Seems to be having a little bit of car trouble. And that could all turn around with this whole fuel thing. It looks like Gabe Butler is about to go. Another lap down. Still, I really don't think we're going to see any moves being made until 5 laps to go. We might see some aggression from the lead lap cars like Eric Laurie or Jimmy Crow. There's only 3 cars on the lead lap, so I'm not sure if we're going to see anything. Here goes Gabe Butler going 2 laps down now. We'll try to pull in back in line behind Jimmy Crow. Been having a lot of car problems. Or truck problems, I guess you could say, today. Disappointing for Gabe Butler, who normally is very dominant in these super speedway races. We have the answer to the question. That is, who was the first NASCAR Winston Cup driver to drive a Chevrolet to victory at Talladega Superspeedway? And you know this driver well. He was an announcer, and he was a race car driver. Darrell Waltrip was the first Chevrolet to drive a Chevrolet to victory at Talladega Superspeedway. So if you got that question right, then congratulations. You might could say it in the chat. That was your trivia questions for tonight. We might bring them back again. And closer to the final time that the drivers will have fuel. This could be a fuel mileage finish. But they could make it all the way. This time by, we're gonna go 10 laps to go. We might see a little bit of action from some of these guys. Ooh, some drivers are going in. Dale Willoughby, Eric Laurie, and Jimmy Crow. All 3 of them go into pit road. Interesting. So let's see. But those were the only drivers on the lead lap. Josh Hall got his lap back. And Gabe Butler got one of his laps. And Jimmy Crow wins the race off of pit road. Oh, Dale Willoughby gets loose, hits the wall. Eric Laurie gets second. Uh-oh. Not good for Dale Willoughby. He does get that going, though. Jimmy Crow ended up winning the race off of pit road. So now we are 10 laps to go, officially. I'm not sure what it's going to come down to. Leaders are getting very close to Josh Hall. until lapping him. So I don't believe Jimmy Crow and Eric Laurie are on the same team, so Eric Laurie goes low under Jimmy Crow. And Eric Laurie now takes the lead over Jimmy Crow. But we might see Jimmy Crow try to get Josh Hall back.
Eric, I don't think I took enough fuel.
Got 9 laps to go. Next time it'll be 8 laps to go. And yes, it is 8 laps to go now.
I'm pretty sure. I only took 1.7. Should have probably took 3.4. Yeah, I really don't race all that off.
Jimmy Crow.
So I wouldn't try no better next time.
He's saying that he might not make it on fuel. But we'll see. And if you're wondering, Darrell Waltrip's win in the Chevrolet came in 1977.
I'll push you hard as I can, try and get you caught up to the 81 when he comes back out.
Josh Hall is back. Not on the lead lap again. There's 7 laps to go now. Alright. Got 6 laps to go now. Still, Eric Laurie has the lead over Jimmy Crow. Jimmy Crow is expressing how he thinks he might not make it. But who knows? He still could make it on fuel. Eric Laurie could have made the same mistake and might not have taken enough fuel. Alright, now it's officially 5 laps to go. This should be when the action starts to ramp up. When we start seeing some aggressive moves. About to be 4 laps to go. Still, they seem to be making it on fuel. Will we see any moves from Jimmy Crow trying to get past Eric Laurie?
I got to fit this time, Eric. Good luck.
All right. Jimmy Crow says he's pitting this time. So unless...
No problem. Sorry I misjudged.
It looks like Eric Laurie. He's 19 seconds ahead of Dale Willoughby, who's still in third place. Three laps to go now. Now Dale Willoughby has taken second. So he's going to have to close in a pretty large gap. It looks like Eric Laurie so far has it, unless something happens, mechanical issues, or he hits the wall or something. He looks to have this race wrapped up. But still, anything can happen. All right, 2 laps to go. Now, officially.
Thank you, Josh. Yeah, no tires.
There's Eric Laurie. Now 14 seconds. Getting pushed by Gabe Butler. And now that Eric Laurie isn't being pushed by someone, we could see a comeback from Dale Willoughby in the next 2 laps, but I'm not sure if he has enough time to catch up. Can he close the gap in 1.5 laps? I don't know. 12 seconds now. 11 seconds. Final lap. I'm not sure. Still 11 seconds. 10 seconds. Yeah, Willoughby's trying. Alright, 9 seconds. They're still in the straightaway, and he's in turns 3 and 4.
Eric. Good race still. That was fun racing with you guys.
Right. He's in the front straightaway. 8 seconds. I don't think he can catch up. Number 071, John Deere Chevrolet Silverado crosses the start-finish line.
There wasn't a lot of us, but it was a lot of fun and good racing.
He went into
with
victory lane.
People we recognize and know for a change.
See if he does a burnout.
That was a lot of fun. Thanks, Gabe. Yeah, I think I might have broke the curse. Usually when I get the pole in a race, I finish last, or maybe if there's 30 cars, I'll finish 25th. I may have broke the curse.
Congratulations to Eric
That was a lot of fun, guys.
On his victory. So representing the Florida Club, so if you're from Florida, he is representing your club. It is Eric Laurie in the
Gabe, I'll see you tomorrow, buddy. If I make some progress,
Second place
I'll
was
let
the number
you know.
7, Dale Willoughby. Third place was the number 2 of Jimmy Crow. Fourth place is the number 88 of Gabe Butler.
I did
Fifth place was the number 81 of Josh Hall.
Last night when I qualified, I was a 49.
Sixth is the number 76 of DJ Harris.
240.
Seventh is the number 36
this time
of
I was a 49 211.
Eighth is the number
so I improved
711 of Rick
from yesterday.
Rit Cadot. Ninth is the 12 of Dylan Butler. 10th is the 1 of Dave Swindell. And that's your top 10. We're going to try to get the number 81.
Good race with you, Phil.
He Chevrolet Silverado. Hey, Josh, this is Natalie in the booth. Do you copy?
Gotcha.
Have good race, good win.
So,
Good run,
he
Dale. A lot of fun.
Fifth place, a lap down. What happened there? There wasn't a lot of cars. What happened there?
On the first round of pit stops there, I overdrove my pit stall. Someone was going in right in front of me and just missed my pit stall going in, had to back it up. Then on the last pit stop there, I was trying to play the strategy to get my lap back and hopefully maybe stay on the front just in case something did come out. I ended up getting a penalty on pit road as well, so they'll stop and go. So kind of sums up the day I had today.
A little bit of bad luck. Hopefully you can turn that around at Michigan on Tuesday.
Yep, that's the plan.
All right. Thank you. Good job. Still top 5, podium finish.
Hey, I'll take it where I can get them.
All right. Have a good weekend.
You as well.
Thank you for joining us on Intensity Broadcasting for FND Racing Friday Night at Talladega Superspeedway. I'm Natalie Atman-Weiss, and I hope you enjoyed tonight's race. Please make sure to like, follow, and subscribe to Intensity Broadcasting on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook to see more racing action like this. Also visit our website, intensitybroadcasting.com, and also on Facebook. You can contact us if you want us to announce your iRacing league. We do esports iRacing. So if you have a league and you need an announcer, we are willing to do the job. Hope to see you next time. Monday, we're going to have the Short Track Super Stock League. I believe we're racing at New Smyrna. That should be fun with the exciting drivers from Short Track Super Stock League. Second race of the season, so we hope to see you there. And over and out.